Is Monique Arnold. Hi, Monique. How are you? Thanks for being here. And just love a message if you have a general reading. So let me see, Monique Arnold.
You're an expression of something much larger than you. I'm seeing a horizon with a huge sun coming up, and the only thing that's standing in front of the sun is a sunflower. So you're the sunflower. You are an individual expression of spirit, of this much larger thing. And it's saying, remember that you're the sunflower. You are my representative on earth, in your world. You carry you are part of spirit. You are an expression of God. You are an expression of source. And just to always remember that you're the sunflower, but you're the expression of the sun, of the overall power. And I think they're just saying you just kind of needed to hear that, to remember that, to honor yourself and honor your role as, a container and representative of an embodiment of divine spirit. And to just carry that with you at all times. We all are, but they're saying that you just needed to hear that today. And they chose the sun and the sunflower just to kind of warm your heart and remind you of that. I hope that's helpful to you, Monique.
I love your name, Monique. That's so sweet. So the first image they gave me was Tigger the lion from Winnie the Pooh. I'm not sure if that means anything to you. Let me just tap into your energy, Monique. I do see you around animals. I'm seeing horses, and it seems like you have chores around animals. I'm not sure if you have a cat or a dog, but I see you sort of interacting and communing with animals, and you sort of have like a telepathy going. Like you can anticipate how they feel, what they're thinking, and you can communicate and feel what they're feeling. You have your plate full right now. You have a lot of things going on at once. Yet you feel like you feel like you're not getting very far. Um, feels like you have a lot to do and you're always busy, but it doesn't seem like you feel as though you're accomplishing toward anything towards your goal. It doesn't feel like you're moving towards your goal. It's almost like your wheels are spinning, causes much exhaustion. And what I have, they're just reminding me that it's retrograde right now. So it's important to conserve your energy and move at a pace that is conducive of holding the status quo, holding your position until the retrograde passes, and then you may feel as though you have more momentum to continue and move forward. It's almost like I'm doing all of this, I'm making all of this effort, and I'm still no further ahead. It's almost like if you're, let's say, if you're cleaning or going through papers or trying to accomplish something, and there's no end, there's no bottom. I'm not exactly sure what this might be it seems personal. It seems smaller. It doesn't seem like a big business or anything. It seems perhaps around the house um, or your animals or um, your personal things that you like to do. But you keep getting pulled away and you never quite get finished. And then as soon as you get back to it, there's three more things to do. It's the nature of our lives at this point. There's a lot of excess distractions that are coming in and flying in and distracting us, and it's very easy to get off focus. And but the guides are just letting me know for you, Monique, is to um, to just take a breath, give yourself a break. You're a very hard worker. You're very tenacious. You like to keep going and you like to see a change. You like to see progress. And they're just letting you know that there are times of ebbing and flowing. And this is a time of ebbing to give yourself a little bit of a break there. So I'm not sure if anything. Oh, Rita's here. Not sure if any. Oh, good. She has three dogs. Well,
She has
that'll
three
keep you
dogs.
busy.
Definitely.
Okay. Yeah. Good. Um,
And
yeah. So I'm not sure if any of that energy resonated with you, Monique. So if you have a chance. Hi, Rita. So nice to see you here. Rita is a longtime friend of mine on Facebook, and she
lovely.
followed me over here to SunPsychic Jean. Thank you very much.
I love what Sharon is saying. It was her first, she found this today for a reason. And here's Marnie Thiel, too, posting for the first time. So we're very happy that you're here. And I'm glad that you found this.
Great. Hi, Marnie. Nice to see you. Hi, Sharon. Yes, very nice. Hi, Molly. Hi,
And
Caitlin.
and Monique is saying, yes, I do feel kind of stuck, like nothing is changing. So it did make sense. That's wonderful. That's so kind of you to let us know, Monique. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much, Monique. I appreciate the validation, and it took me a little while to get there, but somehow this is where they were leading me, and I just have to try and follow where they lead, where the strongest pull is, and try and express it and work it out in my words. So thank you for your patience, and it does get a little better, but that was
Well,
was
I
worth
think it
it.
was really
Yeah.
insightful for all of us to remember that we're in retrograde and things, we can feel like we're spinning our wheels or putting a lot of energy and not getting as much result. I know that's been happening for me the last couple of days. Um, just simple things. I ordered a pair of shoes, the size that I've gotten since I was like 16, which was a really long time ago. And they came and they didn't fit right. And so I took them back and then I went, I ordered online, took it back to a store, then went to talk to the shoe guy. And he said, oh, those didn't fit you right. You should have just laced them up differently. And so I had to go back and get the return and get them. And anyhow, it was just like, it's something that should have been so simple. Ordering a pair of shoes turned out to be, it took 3 hours of my time. So, not that that was so important, but I think it's representative of what retrograde can do.
Exactly. Exactly. It takes so much longer, so many more distractions, so much more effort towards just getting one thing done, and then other things tend to pile up.
Yeah.
But thanks for sharing that, Joan. That's a good example. So yeah. All right. So next we have Sue. Sue Foster is here. Hi, Sue, and thanks for coming. And uh, see if we have a message for Sue. I heard you're a very good friend, Sue, that you're a very good friend, that it's important to you to be the friend that you're looking for, that you expect others to be. And that you have a beautiful way of listening and being there for your friends and neighbors. Like you're a friend even though somebody may not know you very well, if somebody is in need or if something is occurring in somebody's life, you will step in and be like their friend, with no strings attached. How about you, Joan?
The first thing I saw when I kind of reached up was an exclamation point. And it's to me that is meaning that you've got a lot of energy and not forcefulness so much, but just energy that you put into things. And then it turned into a baseball bat. And here was somebody swinging the baseball bat, swinging the baseball bat. So it's energy and movement and the continuing. It's like you don't let little things get you down. You keep on swinging. Life keeps throwing you, fast pitches or whatever. I don't know. I don't know enough about baseball to make a real clear analogy here. And you don't let it get you down. You keep your eye on the ball and you keep swinging. And you put that excitement and energy and your knowledge and skills together to make the connection and make it all happen. But those are the two images and qualities that they wanted to bring out. Spirit, is there anything else for Sue? Sue Foster. That you're an example to others just by doing this. It's not like you have to say, I have to go volunteer and teach people how to do this. You, just by your own nature, you influence others, you help bring up their vibe, and you help inspire them to take the kind of approach that you do without being preachy about it, without even saying, being didactic about it at all, just by your presence and your and your vibe. It helps others, inspire others. So it's wonderful to know you, Sue.
Yeah, thank you, Sue. I appreciate you asking your question. Thank you. Let me see who is next. I have Marnie. Marnie is here. Any messages for me? And it's her first time posting here. Hi, Marnie. Thank you. And she did say that she forgot all about retrograde too, that other message made sense to her. And that's really important to understand that sometimes when you are here or just listening, and other people are asking questions, it's very possible that one message can be for many different people.
Mm-hmm.
And also Sharon Z also said, I'll actually, okay, I'll pop it up real quick, see if I
Okay.
can go back and forth. Sharon said, I feel as if my mom is looking for a window. So if someone is pestering your concentration, it's probably her. Oh, okay, I see. Okay, I'm here to listen through you guys. Oh, how nice.
Oh, cool.
So I guess your mom is on the other side and she may be trying to come in through. Okay, good. Good. Interesting. I thought she was talking about um, the retrograde, but let me see. So Sue Foster responded. She said, exactly right. Yes, I don't talk, I just do. That makes perfect sense. Spot on. Aw,
Oh,
thank
good.
you, Sue.
Thanks. I appreciate that. Great.
Yeah, thank you for that feedback. So let's go back to Marnie. Okay.
Okay, Marnie Thiel.
I'm seeing a cap. I'm seeing it. I can't tell what kind of a cap it is. It could be like, you know how pilots wear those hats, the white hats with the emblem and then the sharp bill on the front of the cap. It could also be a police cap, but I don't think police wear those at all anymore. It's more like it could be a military cap, but it looks more like a pilot's cap. It's a uniform cap and it's white with a dark bill and there's an emblem on it. It could also be nautical, but I'm getting more of a pilot. So let me see what is this for Marnie. Now they're showing me firemen. It could be it's that type of a uniform. There's somebody that does service or works as in a service industry in your family. maybe in the family, like many people, many members of the family are in this service industry. What do they call them? First responders? Could be pilot, could be first responders. Somebody who is a sacrifices their own life for their job. It's an honorable position. Could be a canine unit. It's very unusual. I don't usually get these types of images, but they're really pulling me, they're directing me towards, you know, police work, rescue work, firemen. It's getting farther away from the pilot now, but and then the canine came in, and the boots. Maybe somebody's in the service. All right, tell me how this is related to Marty. You can jump in, Joan.
I was getting some symbolic pictures, I'm sure. I was seeing sort of a jungle with a big coconut palm, but it wasn't standing, it was kind of like in an arc. And then I saw, at first I thought it was an eagle, but then I think it was like a vulture or some big raptor kind of bird that doesn't really live in the jungle. It landed on the trunk of the tree and was flapping around trying to walk up and get up to where the coconuts were. And it wasn't. It was trying. It was doing okay, but it just wasn't having a good time. And then I saw the bird flew away, and then a monkey came and just very easily went up the trunk of the coconut palm and got to the coconuts. And so I thought, okay, what does this mean? And it was like the message seemed to be, it's always good to try new things, and it's always good to stretch yourself and try something outside your comfort zone. But it's always also good to go, sometimes it's good to go back to what comes naturally. So it's not like you should always stay in your lane and do what you do, but in some instances, monkeys were made to go climb up those trees and get the coconuts, and the vultures just weren't. So I think they're both saying, go ahead, spread your wings, try something new, but always know that you have a place and you have a realm, whether that's in family, at work, in belief systems or whatever, that feels very natural, and you feel at home with it. And it's, maybe you can bring, by trying new things and, trying on kind of a new approach to things, you can bring back and expand that place that feels like a, kind of a hand in glove and feels more natural. But don't just throw the baby out with the bathwater kind of, and just try something that's so and depend on making a huge change. Try to integrate the two somehow. I hope that makes some sort of sense. Oh, Marnie said she's trying to branch out and try different things. Breaking old habits. Good.
Very good. Very good. Thank you. She doesn't know anybody that is like the type of service industry that I was describing before, with the uniform and the canine and the boots. And she said just her neighbor is going to pilot school. It's the only thing she can think of, which I appreciate that, Marnie. And so I went back and I asked Spirit why they were showing me these images. And what I understand is perhaps this wasn't literal, it was metaphor. That you get down into the trenches and you will rescue and fight for your neighbor, that you are you have like a warrior spirit, and that you are somebody who would risk your life just to help a fellow human, um, if you see somebody in need. That this is the kind of energy and the kind of honor that you carry, that you possess in you. Um, Somebody that is, you have an awareness of others. You have an awareness of others in your community, and you care about whether or not they're suffering, whether or not they're going without food, whether or not they have things that they need, and this is in your consciousness. They say that you do care about the world issues, that you have a huge empathic nature, and that you pray for world peace. It's important to you. It's not something that's not on your mind, and that you have a global awareness is what they're telling me. And they're saying to bring the focus to yourself, to your own vibration, to your own breath, and quiet down the noise around you. And your prayers are heard. Your prayers go far, and because of your loving compassion, your capacity to love and to show compassion for humanity, your prayers go far. Your intentions are pure, and yeah, this is what they're telling me. I'm a little bit all over the place tonight, so I have to apologize, but that's interesting. So,
I
yeah,
don't think so. I think Marnie thinks that you got it right on.
that resonates. Thank you. I do transmute for the collective. Okay,
Beautiful.
good, good. Yeah, and it's hard sometimes to try and figure out if it's literal
Yeah.
or metaphor, you know. So this was kind of the energy that they were showing me. But wow. Oh, and she says, I do create my own chatter. I create my own noise. Unfortunately, I'm all over the place too. Okay.
Aren't we all?
Yeah.
Good for you.
Thank you. Thank you, Marnie. Thank you very much. So let's
That
go
was
back
fun.
up here. Hmm.
Yeah.
Took me a little bit longer to go in there, but so I have Caitlin Dangler asked if she could have a message. Hi, Caitlin. Thanks for being here. Let me just see if there's any other. I see you, Jane. I have your question starred. You'll be next. Um, okay. Caitlin said she never had a reading before. So we'll just tap into your energy and kind of share the information that Spirit is showing us, that would what's most important for you to hear today, what's most important for you to learn about today. That's sort of just the general idea that I go for. Yeah. All right. Good. Uh, all right. So, Caitlin.
I'm seeing you as what I'm actually seeing is a figure that looks like they're in a building in, or maybe it's an apartment or something, but it has a great big picture window. And you're slowly and confidently and quietly moving up toward the window and just looking outside and observing. Um, the energy is very peaceful and thoughtful, like you're taking it all in, and it's not like you're fearful of what's going on outside. It's like you're kind of reading the signs, or you're reading what's out there and doing a little bit of analysis, but just being an observer and assessing all of what you're seeing and knowing before making a decision to go forward. And it's not like I don't get a feeling that this is a panicky or a worried activity. It's more calm, a very calm and centered approach of observation before action. So that when you do take action, if you do decide, okay, I see something out there that I want to go learn more about or participate in or whatever, that by this habit, or I don't know if it's a habit or just a way of being, of calmly assessing things, and I am speaking more slowly just as I'm doing this because this is the feeling I get. And then saying, okay, this is of interest to me. I'm going to go there. I'm going to take my hat and we're going to go walk over here and I'm going to go see what's happening down on this street corner because it's of interest to me. And that way, when you get there, you are centered and you are present and you are available to let whatever magic's going to happen in that circumstance happen. But it's this beautiful sense of calm and centeredness and peacefulness that you take with you. And it's like you are, like the world is an a la carte menu, and you are carefully looking at all the wonderful things and saying, today I think I'd like to have the strawberries or whatever. And it's not like I'm just going to have the same thing every day or not do anything thoughtfully. It's very considered and thoughtful, and it seems like a very lovely approach to life. And I hope that resonates with you. Anyhow, Spirit seems to be saying, I'm assuming that this is you and this is your approach, and they seem to be warming to that approach and saying that there's many valid approaches to life, but they're kind of giving you the golf clap that you found a way that works for you. So I hope that resonates.
That's very, very nice, Joan. Thank you. So Caitlin, what I was picking up, let's get her feedback. She's quick. Thanks, Caitlin. You're quick on the draw there. I see how that makes sense. Very interesting, she says. Good. So Caitlin, what I was seeing for you is I was picking up that you were a mom, that you had kids, and that you worked. So you're working all the time, 24 hours a day. You kind of do it all. But this is something that makes you happy, brings you happiness. You have a skill that helps people. I'm not sure if you're a nurse or you do something that helps people and you love interacting with people. You do have the energy to be a mom and to do a full-time job as well. And this makes you happy and you are exhausted, but I see that you're really happy doing both. Like this is sort of your dream come true. I do see you making quick meals for some reason. You're sort of like you get it done on the run and you don't let it stop you. You say, this is all the time we have for today. And this is the type of quick meal that you like to do. Sometimes with kids, everybody has quick meals. That's all that's all you can do when there's kids. And I see you enjoying Halloween, like you're getting excited for the Halloween season. And I see you liking all of the, the decorating, the feeling that comes with Halloween and the fall decor and things like that. And you're able to compartmentalize. You're able to compartmentalize your energy, your feelings, your focus, and you're able to keep a positive outlook on life. And it's a really very beautiful thing. You have a very strong spirit, and you're very focused in either your job or your family, and both. And you don't let the weight of the world kind of weigh you down. You stay focused on what you can control, and this brings you lots of happiness. It was is interesting. So I'm just curious if you have any feedback on that. Yeah. Yeah. It was interesting that just the happiness of you taking care of the things that you take care of. It brings you lots of joy, which is beautiful to see. And okay,
I just
so we'll
love
give.
the specificity of what you can come up with, Gina, is just wonderful. What does Caitlin say?
Do love kids, but don't have any of my own. The personality sounds right, though. Okay, good.
Sounds great.
Yeah, she does want kids, though. She says, "Well, maybe I saw you in your future. You'll be having quick meals when you have those kids." But yeah, the personality that you have, that cheery. You have a very strong sense of self and conviction, and you build your happiness from within, which is really important. You don't look for external sources for your happiness, which is really beautiful. And thanks for coming, and thanks for asking your question. So I have let's see. Thank you very much, Caitlin.
Yes.
Um, Go up here. I have Jane, and Jane said this was her first time getting a reading. And then I have you, Rita. So just to let you know.
Okay.
Thanks, Jane, for coming.
Yes. We'll be gentle.
Just see if we can pick up on any of your
Sure.
vibrations. Oh, you know what, Joan? Oh, okay. Let's just
Okay.
yeah, let's go. Sorry.
That's quite all right.
I know you say, Joan, that this was Joan, sorry, Jane, that this was your first time getting a reading. And I am also seeing that you've been curious, that you have had, um, you've been listening to uh, sort of like angel messages, and other people give readings, and other people read cards. Other people talk about higher self, and spirit guides, and loved ones who have crossed, and you're curious. You're curious about if this existence is the only thing that's real, or if there's more than just this human life, that you do have curiosity about what happens after this lifetime. And there's a lot of TV shows, and there's a lot of movies that suggest that we reincarnate and things like this, and there's different religions about reincarnation, and all of this. It's not something that is definite to you, but you are curious. You kind of like wonder. Um, it's that something is resonating with you, that kind of makes you search it out. So you're in the curiosity stage. You may even be getting some synchronicities, like the 111 or 222, or some sort of a sequence of a number or something like that. That certain things are happening that seem to be coincidental, but are not coincidental. And you're like, are those angels, or those my loved ones on the other side? And this is sort of just like a tap, or an awakening, that you're being tapped, and saying, it just brings your attention to that can't just be random. That there seems to be somebody trying to get a hold of me, or giving me a message. So that, aw. And Jane said, that's right. So thank you very much, Jane. How about you, Joan? Anything?
Well, I got this image of Jane and someone else as like little figures. I'm seeing it on a dark background. And they are like, there's a big, I think it looks like a huge overgrown volleyball. And these little figures are doing the thing like with a volleyball where you kind of bump it, and they're passing it back and forth to each other. So here's this massive volleyball that's like, the equivalent of a skyscraper compared to the size of the figures I'm seeing. But they're just having a good time, and very adept at managing these things. So again, I'm asking Spirit, what does this mean for Jane? And it's like you're dealing with something that should seem to be heavy and difficult and daunting, but your approach to managing it is very matter of fact. And in fact, you're kind of having fun managing this thing That is, and I'm not sure exactly what this thing is, if it's an idea, if it's a something you're working with, if it's, maybe it is just thinking about spirituality or something that's kind of like a big deal, but you make it, even though it seems big and daunting, it's really light and it's really easy for you to manage and manipulate and make it go the way you want to go, and you're having fun with it. So I'm sorry. I wish I could be more specific and not so vague about it. But okay, Spirit. Overall, they're saying enjoy. You're doing a good job. You're able to take something that on the outside looks hard to do, just the relative size of the ball compared to you, but you're just doing a great job at it. Maybe the big ball is just, whatever life challenges you're going through, but you're finding a way. Another showing me Mary Poppins. And what did she say? In every job that must be done, there's an element of fun, all of that kind of thing. It's like you're taking something that other people would think is hard to do, and you're managing to not only do it, but enjoy it in the process. And that, my dear, is quite an accomplishment.
Wow.
That
Wow.
last part was me in admiration, not Spirit. Earth Joan rather than Spirit Joan.
Aw, that was really, really nice. She says that's how I'm feeling. So
Good.
she said, I dealt with a lot recently and I'm managing.
Oh, good, dear. You're doing a great job.
Good. Thanks, Jean. Thanks for your question.
Yeah.
So, just so everybody knows, Sharon, I didn't realize that you were asking a question. I don't think that was clear. I thought you were just sharing with us. So, I do have Sharon Z, and I have Rita, and I have, I think that's it for today. So we are right at an hour and we usually cut off, but let's see if we can get Rita and then Sharon and that'll be it. Is that okay, Joan? You have enough
That
time?
sounds great.
Okay, so let me go back up to you, Rita. All right, Rita, I've been dreaming about my mom lately. Maybe she has a message for me. So, Rita, in the interest of time, would you please give us your mom's first name? And that'll help us soon key or link right into her a little faster. No problem, Sharon. I mean, yeah, Sharon Z. No, not your fault at all. It's a little hard to do 10 things with this and get rid of the trolls. So it was my misunderstanding. Oh gosh, her mom's name is Jean. God love her. Rita, your mom's name is Jean.
We love the J names.
All right. Let's get Rita's mom. So I'm just going to say that she's showing me a very pretty purple taffeta dress. But I'm going to keep going. But I had to share that first.
I'm seeing her with just lots of hand movement. At first, it looked like she was clapping, and then kind of doing the movement you do, like I'm washing my hands of this stuff. But then it looked more like she was doing it like she was sprinkling something, like sprinkling pixie dust over you. But just lots of hand movement. What is this, Jean? What are you suggesting? Jean, in spirit here. Getting the idea that she was not someone to just sit around and be still, that she was always busy and maybe kept her hands busy with craft work or something. Or maybe that's, I'm getting the idea she was kind of more of an active than a sit around person in life. And I heard her say, and I'm still at it, and she's watching over you, and it's like whatever she's doing with her hands, that's what sort of like sprinkling something on you. It was like sprinkling sugar on the top of a baked good or something. She wants to share the light and is doing what she can to be part of your life now too. Sending you sweetness. That's what it was. She said, sending you sweetness. That's what the sprinkling sugar was.
Oh my
So yeah.
gosh.
So
Wow.
she's sending you sweetness from the other side. I hope that
Wow.
resonates with you. Oh,
Wow.
I got chills on that one.
Rita says always that she was always busy with her hands.
Busy,
And
busy,
when
busy.
you were saying doing something with her hands, that I got like if she was doing a loom, if she did like weaving, because that was just the way that you were moving your hands. It just came to me that weaving. And I did see her with a broom, but she said that makes sense that she's always busy with her hands and that she would send you sweetness, a sprinkling of sweetness. And the purple taffeta dress, oh my gosh, it was gorgeous, gorgeous, beautiful. She's bringing me back to when she was younger, when you were both younger. That you are, you're, she's showing me an owl, which that is a symbol for me of wisdom. And she's acknowledging your wisdom, your growth, and um, your just the changes in your life since when she was perhaps your age or when you both were younger. She's showing me that there's wisdom there, that there's lots of growth, lots of soul growth, and that she sees the energy. She's showing me like the energy, sort of like, you know, how we have light body or etheric body and the light body around us, sort of like you can see you're human and then there's light coming off of us. She's showing me this light. So she's showing me you are enlightened. You're raising your vibration. Is your mom also psychic and spiritual? She's showing me this bump, this like halo kind of all around your body. And I thought it was our energy body and our light body, but perhaps it's your enlightenment. She's showing me that she can see the halo around you of the light and the wisdom. And she sees this. She's not missing any of it. So, yeah. So she said, no, not that. I'm not. Oh, it wasn't the loom. It wasn't weaving. I'll have to think about the dress. Yeah. And then she said, that makes me cry, that she sees the light around you. And she said,
Beautiful.
she said, never showed it to me. And she thought I was weird. Okay. The being spiritual or being connected. Okay. But now she does. Aw.
Yeah.
Oh, Rita.
When
That
you were
was,
talking about the dress, I saw her as a young woman, maybe before she had children, and like at a formal dance or something like that. So maybe and that she uh, that she liked to move and she liked to dance and to kind of, the fun of dressing up and going to a formal dance might have she might have worn that dress there.
absolutely. Okay. Well, thank you, Rita, very much. I appreciate all of your feedback and for asking your question. And the last question for today is Sharon. She said her spirit guide must be busy today, but no, we'll definitely check in with your spirit guides.
Yeah.
So thank you, Sharon, for hanging in there. And again, I'm sorry for the misunderstanding. Ooh, appreciate you. They're saying to be kind to yourself. They're saying that you may be like a middle child, or you may have a very much younger sibling where you may have felt invisible at some point, and you feel like you need to speak up to be seen. Oh, isn't that funny? This is exactly what you just did. This is exactly you just said. Wow, they're showing me that this may be a pattern in your life. I hadn't realized that. It just goes back to you were making a comment, but you weren't I didn't actually see it. And they're saying that this is something that you do struggle with in your day-to-day life. I'm not sure if it's from childhood, like that younger sibling, or perhaps you were the middle child, or that you have a lot to offer. You have a confident voice. You have energy, and you have desire to help others. You are willing to be of service. Yet somehow people just don't seem to recognize that in you, and you're like, I'm right here. What, am I invisible? Why? And I understand that this happened in the chat, but they're telling me that this is the energy in you as well, that the thing in the chat was just an example. They're saying that if you had the notoriety, if you had the lead role, if you had the spotlight on you, then it wouldn't feel good to you. It wouldn't feel comfortable. It's not your personality, and you just would like to be recognized and validated for who you are and what you can do and what you do for others. You don't want to be passed over. You want to be recognized for the efforts that you do make, and but you don't. They're saying that sometimes you think, not sometimes you think, but it could be that you say, I want to be the star, but they're saying that the star role isn't really wouldn't make you happy. You But you do want to be recognized. Um, they're saying lead by example. Lead by example, and you don't have to fight for the attention. You don't be. They're saying it's important not to compare yourself to others around you, and to be the best version of yourself each day, and um, that it's you and your and the the angels, your the creator, your maker. It's between you and your angels, um, for the recognition. That if you look outside for recognition, some people are like me. The circumstances just didn't allow me to see that that was an actual question, and this just seems to happen to you all the time. Unfortunately, is what they're telling me. They're just saying it's important for you to only compare yourself to the previous day, and to not to compare yourself to others. Aw. Anything, Joan?
Yeah, when I tuned in, I heard the words, "There is great love for you here." And that means literally, there is great love for you here. But it's the words that Esther Hicks who channels a group of souls called Abraham. They always say in her when she does these channelings. And what the whole Abraham Hicks thing is about is manifestation, and how I think the fact that heard that, and that's about all I heard, and they just kept saying, just tell her this, is maybe you want to kind of check in with that. Maybe read, I think the first book she did was Ask and It Is Given, or else just go on YouTube and Google Abraham Hicks. There's lots of free little 10-minute snippets of some of her talks, and it's just a good reminder for everyone to touch base with that once in a while, about how our thoughts, if we focus so much on what we don't have, well, that's what the universe brings. It's whatever we focus on is what we get more of in our life. And it's always just a good reminder. Every 6 months or so, all of a sudden I start, I'm in the shower, I'm playing Abraham Hicks YouTube tapes. And it's just a good reminder and kind of a brush up to remember about some of those laws of attraction, and how you can help manifest what you want in the world. So there is great love for you there. And there's maybe a little suggestion that you check in with that too. Anyhow,
Mhm.
thank you for the opportunity to read you today, Susan. Sharon, excuse me.
Yeah. So she said she doesn't have any siblings, but she does feel taken for granted by some people close to her. And I understand that. I'm number 6 of 7. Believe me, I have to jump up and down and scream to get noticed. And if I'm not the one asking for things, but hope they just happen. Yeah, yeah, that's beautiful. And Marnie says she does watch a lot of the Abraham snippets. They are very good. And
Yeah,
you're welcome, Sharon. Sharon said thank you. Thank
great.
you, Sharon. And yeah, thank you for your patience and for hanging in there. And I did see Epiphany Noel back here. Hi, Epiphany. Thanks for
Hey,
stopping
Anthony.
by.
Good to see you.
Thanks for coming by. And thank you, everybody who asked their questions. It's way over an hour. Thank you, Joan, for hanging in there with me. We got a little bit of a bumpy start. I was trying to work some technology as well as be on StreamYard and have Joan join me this way. So I thank you for your patience and the little bumpy start. So, all right.
Wonderful.
Well, everybody have a one. Oh, Joan, I did want to ask if somebody would like a reading from you, what is the best way for them to contact you?
It would be to go to my YouTube channel, Wisdom Seeker Joan, and from there, there's a link that will take you to my bookings, my booking site. And I'm giving readings. There's all kinds of different. It's the same 1 hour reading, and you can just choose whatever price point you whatever feels comfortable with you, down to doing it by donation, where you don't pay anything up front. I'll do a reading and just send you a link and to my PayPal account, and you can give or not, whatever you'd like. And how about
That's
for you?
That's wonderful, Joan. And what she means is like there's a sliding scale, and you choose what you'd like to offer, Joan.
Right.
And she is available. She's a phenomenal reader. Also, please, when you do go over to her YouTube channel, go ahead and subscribe. She has an amazing variety of content there, and they just did past life readings live. I mean, it was phenomenal. She just, Joan has amazing, very creative content, and she's an amazing reader. She's been a psychic for quite some time and is just new to getting onto YouTube. So please do take advantage of the time opening up for her and her offerings. And yeah, she's phenomenal. She's the real deal. So thank you very much, Joan, for joining me today. I really appreciate your support, your patience, your friendship, and hanging in there. Okay.
Thank you very
Uh,
much.
all right,
Hi, everybody.
everybody.
Thanks so much.
Thanks.
Mwah.
Thank you. Bye bye.